start that again. Take a breath between each square. Relax your body, release any tension you might be holding. Okay. Apologies if you had to wait for me there. In our practice, can we please do row 11, column B? Thank you. Melody. That's a very specific request. Row B, row 11, column B. Okie dokie. Why not? As you have a request, I'm going to create a new layer. And so grab a new pen and a new pencil, and then let me show the, I will show you the shape that Melody has just requested. It's not that one, it is row B11, that one. Is that the one, Melody? Let me know if that's accurate. Row 11, column B. If you are one up. Okay, let's see. Oh dear. What is going on today? That one. That one. Oh dear. Move my finger. Okay, perfect. Got it. Come on. The gremlins are wanting to play with me today. I don't know why. It's because I get too confident in my technical abilities. Okie dokie. So there we go. That'll be our first shape on Melody's request. Just so that you know, if you are new here, you can get this reference sheet that we're going to be working from. The link, you can access the link in my teacher profile. This is the reference sheet that I'm referring to, and I have updated it as well. So make sure you've got the latest one, because there's a couple that I've changed out. So yeah, just want to make sure that we are all working from the same sheet. So you can get your hands on that, and this is just a great reference sheet to have so that you can do this practice on your own, in your own time. You don't have to wait for these sessions, although I love that you come and I love that you're here every week, and I'm so grateful for that. But use this tool whenever you need it. When you're having one of those exhausting weeks or one of those stressful weeks, come and doodle. Just do 10 minutes. Pick the design that is resonating with you, like Melody has asked this morning. Look at this and see what do you feel called to replicate, and just spend 10 minutes. I promise you, it's like tonic. It's like a tonic for the soul. So if you are new here, we do use a little wheel that's going to help us choose our designs. That's what we usually do. But we'll start with Melody's request, and if anybody else has a request, then why not? Put it in the chat box. Let's yeah, if nobody has a specific calling for a design, then we let the wheel choose for us. So we're going to start with our frame. So we need to have the area that we're going to be filling with our doodle, and today being the series on the 27 part series on the alphabet, we have to draw ourselves the letter E, because today we are doing E. You can do this however you feel, whatever feels right for you. If you want to do it uppercase or lowercase, completely your choice. But just draw your E that we're going to doodle. Doesn't need to be perfect. And yeah, we're going to be filling that. This looks back to front to me on my screen. Is it the right way round for you? I can never get this right. Please let me know if that's looking the correct way for you. I'm going to take by the hearts that it is the right way round. Correct for you. Okay, great. I think last week I was drawing backwards for you. Luckily, we weren't doing an alphabet. We alternate every week. So one week is alphabet themed and the other week is just creative themed. So fortunately, this is the right way around today. And before, backwards for you is mostly correct for us. Thank you. Okay. That's just a mind. I need to get my head in the right frame of mind when I set up the camera. Before we get with going with our first doodle, two things. Just take a little moment now that we are here and we're ready to doodle. We're ready to ground ourselves. We're ready to get into the Zen zone. We're ready to just give ourselves a little break from adulting and responsibility, and we're just coming back and doing a simple practice of being present. That's what these sessions are for. Just do a little check-in and feel, where do you feel currently in this moment on a scale of 1 to 10, and you can write it down if you want to, where 1 is awful and 10 is Zen. So where do you land currently in this moment on a scale of 1 to 10, from awful to Zen? Just do a check-in. You can check in physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and give yourself an average of all of that. So I would say, yeah, and just write that down for you. And then as this is the alphabet series, as we are doodling to fill our E, call to mind any words that start with E. And we already began that at the beginning of the session. And as it comes up for you, write those words down. So you don't need to think too hard on it. You can just set the intention at the beginning of the process and invite E words to pop up for you during our session together. And these can be E words related to things that you are grateful for, things that you're reflecting on, things that you're intending, things that you're processing. So just allow that to come through while you give your brain a little holiday, a little vacation, and focus on the doodling, focus on your physical presence, the pen in your hand, feel what it feels like. Breathe while you doodle. Pay attention to how your posture feels, your body feels, and invite those E words to come up for you. Now we will go to our wheel now to find out how many different doodle designs we're going to do today. And it ranges from 4 to 7, and the wheel has chosen 4. By all means, if you feel like doing more, go ahead. I do as the wheel says, for the most part. And so now we want to divide our E into those 4 different sections, and you can just decide wherever you want those sections to be. Doesn't need to be perfect. They can be wavy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so dividing your E into those different sections. And then we're going to fill our doodle designs in those different sections. Okay, and so for Melody's chosen doodle design, it is a lovely one, and the way that we begin it, and feel free to be as big or as small as you like. We start with a little, kind of looks like a little bug's antenna, or I believe it's a stamen of a flower, and then we just keep expanding on it. The thinner your pen is, the finer your doodles will be, and the smaller you do your shapes, the more detailed your doodle space will be. You can change it up and go in a different direction as well. And the first one is always a little bit, it's a warm-up. It's a warm-up doodle, so it is natural for it to feel stiff or not flowing. Totally normal. You've got to find your rhythm and find your groove, and then you can start turning them around and then have them coming out of each other as well. And remembering to breathe. And if you are faster than me, that's okay. We all go at our own pace. You can use that time to just sit, grab some water. And if you're slower than me, that's also okay. You've got the initial design down, and what you don't finish during the session, you can finish in your own time. It's your doodle. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi Florgie, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Renee, so lovely to see you. Yay. Fun and relaxing, I agree, it's like a tonic. Also, you're doing an awesome job with the tech. Oh, thank you. I didn't even know we could teach with insets like this. Yes, it is. OBS allows us to do this, but you need to be willing to face the tech gremlins, because they do pop up. Indubitably. I do like that word, indubitably. And I met Renee last night on a shared live Insight Timer session on Violet's channel. That was a lot of fun. It was so good, so good. Great conversations. Lovely meeting other teachers and also having face-to-face contact, virtual contact. So good. Remembering to breathe. And invite your E-words in. If you feel called to share them at all, please do. Please go ahead. What are you grateful for? What are you reflecting on? What intention are you setting? Maybe what do you even want to feel more of? I'm grateful for exercise. The spring weather exercise. The spring weather has, did I spell that right? No. Exercise. The spring weather has gotten me out and about and running and walking again, and I'm so grateful for it. It feels so good. Winter was very static and very immobile. Notice what your non-dominant hand is up to while your dominant hand is drawing. Relax it if you need to. I'm also grateful for education. Every week I learn something new. What are some of your E words? What's coming up for you? And if you find that you get into a spot where there's not enough space for our little curly designs, and you can start filling with just following the shape of the line, filling it with straight lines. And of course, I should have said this at the beginning, you can do this digitally, you can do this analog with old-fashioned pen and paper. Experimentation is another good word to describe the week that I've had. I do love experimenting with the text stuff, with the drawing stuff. Like I said, this is a new drawing app that I'm playing with. I used to use Procreate, and now I'm using Concepts. And I do enjoy it. It's got some quirks that I still need to figure out, but I have been very much enjoying it. And I think experimentation is such a valuable habit to have, because we can get so mired in the things that we're familiar with, and it can be scary to try something new. And particularly, you know, with creative things, that we stop ourselves from creating because, you know, we're not used to the thing, or we've never done it before. And it's uncomfortable to feel uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to be a newbie. But that's exactly where growth happens. And flexibility, you're flexing that muscle of, come, let's figure this out. Otherwise you close yourself off to possibilities that you don't even know you're missing out on. Empowerment, yes. Love that, Lorna. Enjoyment. Yes, Trish, that one popped into my mind as well. To be intentional about that. Be intentionally enjoying the small things as well, you know? Like this doodle. It's a small thing, but it's enjoyable. And because it's enjoyable, it's important. It's valuable. have a fun one. I'm going to fill this little gap. Ellen, I've always loved the word eclectic. Yes. Yeah, that is a good one. It's kind of conjures for me non-conformity, like just whatever takes your fancy. A mishmash of all the things that you like. I love that. I would say my tastes are relatively eclectic as well. Florgy, elevating, yes. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh my goodness, like talking about growth. Like, how did you grow this week? How did you elevate yourself this week? Yes. Find examples of that. Remember, it's so easy for us to forget because the weeks are so busy. This morning I sat down to do art journaling to reflect on yesterday, and I sat there struggling to remember what I did yesterday because it was just so full. So it's important, like this kind of practice helps us remember. Renee, getting comfortable with and embracing what's new. Personal evolution, oh my goodness, evolution, yes. And sparks of inspiration. Sparks of inspiration, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That evolution. I mean, we're evolving every week. Every day is part of our evolution. Definitely. Alrighty, I've finished my first section. Let me know by show of hearts or in the comments if you have finished yours, so I can just get a sense. Okay, fabulous. Good. All right, if nobody else has any particular design in mind, then I will defer to our wheel, our friendly wheel, to help us decide what our next doodle design will be. Let me know if you do have a preference. Otherwise, we will go with A, column A, and row 5. Column A, row 5. And that is column A, row 5. These, trying to think what that looks like. So on our little screen over here, column A, row 5. Let's see if I can get this to go across. While I try and figure that out, let me know if what those things look like to you. Column A, row 5. Why can't I get it on here? I don't know what's going on here. I'll have to do that this way. Transform. No. Guys, I don't know what the hell's going on this morning. That is so funny. That's the design we want, but it won't stay there. It is. Oh, you know what? Duh, I'm so stupid. No, I'm not. I'm just human. 1 second while I draw, while I get this up here. Will I have it on here? I don't think I will. All my good ideas are not working out for me right now. Oh, there we go, there we go. We got it, we got it. Don't you just love learning on the fly? No, it's not going. Okay, I'll just have to leave that like that. because I can't figure the tech out. Anyway, so it is this one right here, A5. That's a lot of wasted time. Apologies for that. Okay, let's go back there. So we start out with the fan shapes. I'm going to start from the corner. And then from here, it's kind of like shells. There we go. Thank you, Renee. That explains so much. I'm letting myself off the hook then. That must be it. Okay, I've kind of got these shell type shapes, or I don't know, rolling hills. Or scales. Okay, so starting with those kinds of base shapes, and then we're going to give them a little border at the curved edge. There we go. And then lastly, we are going to do the internal slightly arced lines. And there are different angles to the border. Like a 90-degree angle to the border, but with a little slant, with a little curve. Taking a deep breath. Energy. That's another good word. Energy. I want to be mindful, setting an intention for energy, how I spend my energy. What kind of energy am I cultivating? Do I need to shift my energy? What do I do to shift my energy? This week I was reminded just of the profound power of going for a walk outside. Sometimes, well, often I have the tendency of getting so immersed in my creative practice that I can get quite stuck physically in my spot. And then I can start to feel how that affects the clarity of my thinking. And there's nothing like a energizing walk to clear the fog and get the body moving. Ellen says, yes, totally. Yeah. Should be mandatory for all of us to go for at least a half an hour walk every day. Okay. That's our second section completed. Nice easy ones this morning. Let me know by show of hearts or comments if you are done with that section and ready to move on. If you're still busy, go ahead, finish it, keep working on it. Okay, good. All right, on to our third section. Keep inviting those E words, writing them down. Let us see. Column B, row 5. I think we've just done that one. No, we have not. So column B, row 5. That is this one here. Kind of looks like, what does that look like? Spaghetti in bunches or braids. Maybe it's like hair braids that have, when you've got elastic bands. So we'll start with the circles and then we'll just join by each of the circles. I'll just see if I can get it up on the screen here. Let us see, column B. A bit further. No, I can't get it. Okay, I'm just going to turn that off because it's not working today. So it goes. So yeah, that's the one that we're doing. Okay, let's go. So start with your circles. They can be different sizes, different locations, however many you want. They can be in random positions or more symmetrical positions, orderly, up to you. Whatever feels right. And when you think that you've got enough, you can start joining the circles. Hi Jessica, good to see you. How was Ask Your Guides the other night? It was last night and it was so much fun, Jessica. Thank you for asking. Renee is actually here and yeah, we were on the call together. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. That was yeah, good to connect with other teachers. Has it inspired me? All the teachers that we were talking to last night, they really yeah, inspired me to want to show up more. Because it really is. I was saying to a friend the other day that what a gift it is when other people share their, you know, their creative talents, or you know what they're sharing, because the impact that it has. Like, I've learned so much from so many people who share they're gifts. And yeah, every day it's impacting me. I love it. Oh, is the recording up already? Oh, fantastic. We'll definitely go and have a look. Amazing. Are these new shapes? Do I have a new sheet? Yes, there is. It's been there a few weeks. I dropped a new sheet in the thread where you can get the reference sheet. So yes, there have been a couple of changes. Hi, Inga. Oh gosh. You say you're catching the replay too. Oh, I see. Last night's replay. Yes, it was late. It was late. It was late in the day, so it is good to get the replay. Jessica's saying you tried creating mandalas in Procreate or Sketchbook. It's so fun. Yes, I've been inspired to do some mandalas as well. A while ago, I did a pebble mandala, which was a lot of fun. They are very therapeutic, very calming. Oh, another teacher taught the other day. That's awesome. Jessica, I can send you a note how to do it. There is an easier way if you're not aware of that mirrors what you do. Yeah, I'm aware of the mirroring technique. Is that what you're referring to when it comes to the digital mandalas, Jessica? I'm not sure I'm understanding correctly. But yeah, there's a function on Procreate where you can mirror what you're creating. So it does it in half the time. And then you've got the symmetry as well. Yes. Yeah. Jessica, I don't know if you were here. I was saying that I'm experimenting this week with a different app. So this is actually Concepts, a Concepts app, and they've got a lovely, if anybody is wanting to delve into the world of digital doodling, their free version is, it's great. It's got the functionality. What I particularly like about it is that it's an infinite canvas. So you're not, as you can see here, you're not limited to specific sizes, which is lovely. And also it's vector based, so the more you zoom in, it doesn't get pixelated. So I've really been enjoying that side of it. It's a little less, got a little less functionality than Procreate, but sometimes less is more. This is something that I've kind of come to grips with, is that sometimes having too many options does not make things better. Oftentimes, having fewer things to choose from is easier. In fact, that's another great E word, is ease. Oftentimes, how often do we overcomplicate things for ourselves? when it could be so much easier. So that was an exercise for me in part of this exploration and experimentation. 2 more words. Experimentation, exploration. On the one hand, my brain is saying, oh, I want all the features. And on the other hand, something deeper is saying, enjoy the simplicity. Enjoy the simplicity. So I have Concepts app, yeah. Yes, Jessica, getting rid of that decision fatigue. Embrace, yes. No, it has not been mentioned yet, Kathy. That's a great one. Embracing change, embracing discomfort, embracing novelty, embracing so much. It brings a intentionality. Jessica, I started minimizing features on appliances and it's so much better. Things don't break as much. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oftentimes less is more, for sure. Trish, evolution, yes. Yeah, it's a constant thing. Every day I contemplate my evolution or I intend my evolution very consciously. Because if we're not evolving, what are we doing? We're stagnating. And evolution can feel risky. It's fear of the unknown. Just yesterday, I can recognize, contemplate that. Where have you evolved this week? And for me, it was yesterday publishing a video, a reintroduction video to kind of embark is another word, embark. Because I'm embarking on this new chapter, just setting out and doing things differently. Committing to creating and sharing in a more public way. So embarking on a new chapter as part of my evolution. And if we're not evolving, we're devolving. Just because things have always been done a certain way doesn't mean we need to perpetuate it. We can innovate. Express. How can I forget that? The 3 words that kind of have guided me for several years and continue to guide me. I can't believe I did not do this. Explore, expand, and express. That makes up my compass, my internal compass. To explore, expand, and express. Such a good reminder. Renee, are you saving each of the letters in this alphabet series to string them all together in a final graphic? I didn't think of that, but that sounds awesome. I do save them. I am saving them, but I hadn't thought beyond what I was going to do with them afterwards. But yes, definitely. They will, as a series, need to exist in some format. And if you've got any gaps, you can just fill it in with little curved lines. And there you go, our third section. Well, mine is done. Let me know in the comments or by the hearts whether your section is complete. And if you're ready to move on to the next design. That's a very soothing one. I enjoy that one. There's something about that makes me feel relaxed. Okay, done. Thank you, Ellen. Awesome. Okay, let's go for our final section. Yeah, cool. So, row 9, column C. Row 9, column C. Ooh, flowers. These ones here. So again, we're going to start with the circles. Decide where you want your center of your flower to be. What's the word? I can't access the word for that part of the flower, but the center of your flower. And then we're going to add the petals and then just keep expanding out. I'm picking up like 70s flower power kind of vibes. So there we go. Awesome, Ellen, you're loving all of these today. Great. I do love it, that it's a very organic process, this. It's not pre-planned. It is, left to chance, basically, to see what unfolds. Awesome, Renee, you love this one. Good. So start with our circles and then go with our petals. Taking a deep breath. Move your body if you need to. Check your posture. Okay, and then we're going to repeat inside each of the petals. Notice what thoughts pop up. And then we're going to start expanding outwards from there. feel free to move your page so that your hand remains comfortable rather than getting your hand into awkward shapes. And I'm going to do the petals of the other flowers so that I can see how much space is between them. Embody. That's another one. Embody. Gosh, I think this is the longest list I've ever come up with. Embody for me has been relevant because although I've been enjoying the exercise and I'm loving that I'm getting back into it, it's not like it's easy. And the way I've kind of talked myself, I maybe not talk myself into it, but I just get going with it, is that I very consciously choose to embody a fit person, an active person. I want to be the kind of person who ... That particular phrase has helped me integrate a lot of the learnings. You know, we all are perpetual learners, but how often do we integrate and implement what we learn? And so for me, that particular phrase has helped me embody the learning, integrate the learning, put it into practice, take it from just being theoretical to practical, by embodying the kind of person who does XYZ. And again, simple but profound for me. My experience of it has been. Ultimately, we are what we do. Elevated, yes. Yes. Such a good one. embody an elevated version of ourselves. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Don't you hate it when that happens? Kathy, what style of music do you play in the background? This is actually a new playlist, and I'm deciding whether it's going to stay. This is a jazz. It's a jazz playlist. I normally play my Spotify jazz in the background, which is a beautiful, beautiful playlist. I really do enjoy it, but the other platform that shall not be mentioned doesn't like it when you play, playlists from Spotify. So I had to look for another background playlist. So give me your feedback. Let me know if you like it. I don't even know if you can hear it very well because it's very soft for me. But I find that for me personally, and so that's how I share, that music plays such a role in creativity. It plays such a role in concentration when you need to focus. So for me, it's very important to have the right kind of music while, depending on the task that I'm doing. Interestingly, my husband is the same. He does a lot of math, and he's got specific genres of music depending on what he's doing. So if he's listening to math, then I think it is classical music or it's trance music, one or the other, like two extremes. If he's doing something else, like, I don't know, then he needs a different kinds of music. So yeah, very interesting. Let me know what you think of this, or what your preferred genre of music is when you're doodling, because I do, in fact, this morning, funnily enough, coincidentally enough, I was thinking that I want to put together playlists, doodle music playlists. So I very much would appreciate your input on that. So let me know. Renee, I've heard that same framing before. I forget if it was from Atomic Habits or a different book. It's true that so much of our ability to change comes from belief. It's self-limiting beliefs like, I'm too lazy to exercise, I'm not a fitness person, that holds us back. Yes, we have to learn to listen to the narration playing in our head and redirect it. Mantras are a great tool for that. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Beliefs and identity. Like how do we identify? Do we identify as that lazy person, or do we identify as that non-creative person? All of that's what we believe about ourselves, and so therefore our behavior will follow what we believe about ourselves, will follow the identity that we carry around with us. And so if we want to change our behavior, we have to change our identity, we have to change our belief about ourselves. So we have to choose, I want to be the kind of person who, blah, 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 whatever. And mantras, that repetitive, a belief is a repetitive thought. So we have to consciously create our repetitive thoughts, and thereby we affect our beliefs about ourselves. Trish, I love binaural beats. I never know how to say that. Binaural beats when studying, and I can get lost in doodling when I have meditative music on. Absolutely. I'm gonna expand my playlist. Okay, great. Thank you, Trish. The volume is good. I'd love to collaborate with some of the teachers on Insight Timer who make music. That'd be wonderful. Notice how the repetitive nature, and I always find come kind of the last third of these sessions, I become quieter, and I'm pretty sure it's related to the fact that my brain is acknowledging that it can relax. It doesn't need to be on all the time. See if you notice that with your own thoughts, your own inner dialogue, your own inner monologue. As we get quieter, the deeper into the doodle you get. editing. Seriously, is the longest list. This week I got back into video editing. I'm grateful for it. I wish I did more of it. Grace Ann, expansive equanimity on earth. Oh, yes. Gosh, that one lands. That one lands big time. Wouldn't it be lovely? Yep. Thank you, Trish. As we come towards the end of our doodle session together, if you haven't quite finished, then the invitation stands for you to complete your doodle during the course of the weekend. If you feel called to color in, by all means do. Color also plays such an important role in processing your emotions, expressing your emotions. Take note of the colors if you do choose to go and color your doodle after the fact. Pay attention to the colors that you're drawn to and get curious about why are you drawn to that color. Pardon the pun. Take a deep breath. And fill in the blank spaces, the negative space. Florgie, you have to go. Bye. Thank you for joining. So glad that you were able to join. Look forward to seeing you next week. The next week's sessions are already live, so make sure that you go and get the notification so that you're reminded. I'm getting more organized, doing things ahead of time instead of after the fact. And a reminder that if you want to get the doodle sheet for your own practice in your own time, then you can get that freely available. The link is in my teacher profile. And then just do a little check-in with yourself. We checked in at the beginning of the session on a scale of 1 to 10, awful to zen. Where were you at the start? Where are you now? Where are you now? After our doodle time together, as this session draws to a close, where do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, awful to zen? What are you feeling? What number? I definitely feel calmer, more at ease, more grounded, more peaceful, and more grateful. So definitely my number has improved. Right now before I was a 6. After, I'd say I'm an 8. And whatever your rating is, take some time to reflect on what came up for you during this session. What did these patterns that you were doodling, what did they make you feel? And if you feel called to, get your journal and maybe journal about the things that came up for you. And otherwise, just send yourself a little bit of gratitude for carving out this time and taking this time for yourself. Because it is these little pockets of peace that, this flexes the muscle. This flexes the muscle of creativity. This flexes the muscle of being present. And ultimately, that's what this exercise is for. It is to become present. Stop thinking about the past, what has been. Stop projecting into the future and be here now. Practice being here now. That's what doodling does. It helps you be here now. Because in this moment, this is where you are choosing what kind of person you are. You're the kind of person who is grounded, who is at peace, who expresses their creativity. Maybe you got some inspired ideas during the course of this doodle session. Maybe you made some connections, your brain wired some new connections because it wasn't focusing so hard on the things that you do in your day-to-day life. It got to release, let go, and then be available for inspiration, insights, connections. Thank you, Lorna. I really appreciate you all being here. I hope that you walk away feeling more zen than when you arrived. Apologies for the technical glitches. It is how it is. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you enjoyed the session. So lovely to hear from you. Yes. Thank you, Renee. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, looking forward to joining your sessions too. That'll be wonderful. Thank you, Inga. Thank you so much. You don't know what it means to see the same names, the familiar names, and to have conversations and interactions with you guys. I admitted last night how much of an introvert I am, and it's a very different experience when I do these doodle sessions at my local library with other people in the room. And that really does stretch my comfort zone. And you guys kind of help me do the gym, the discomforted gym. You give me the strength to, do this out in the world. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, your interaction, your kindness, and just merely showing up to doodle with me. Thank you. Love it. Thank you so much, CJ, and I hope that you're feeling more zen than when you arrived, and that you take this energy out into the world and enjoy your weekend, enjoy the spring wherever you might be, or the autumn if you're in the southern hemisphere. Yes, Lorna, we can introvert together. Yes. Oh, I love a good interaction with fellow introverts. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'll see you again next week, Friday, same time, same place. There is a replay if you want to catch this over on the other channel. You'll find the link in my teacher profile if you want to do this again. And otherwise, thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.